Hello, and welcome to Cracking the Lightning Code. It's been a little while, and we have a few things to talk about, not least of all, the latest Fan First Friday. Firstly, there are a handful of new codenames to touch on. At Uncaged Otaku and at LightningFig PR brought to us 5 new listings from Target: Joust, Trebuchet, Catapult, Lance, and Disguised Zuth Jupiter. There's nothing to suggest that any of these are Lightning Collection figures, and it's possible that the first 4 are items from the Dino Fury line, especially with the names evoking knights. Disguised Zuth Jupiter would presumably be some form of disguised Zeo Red. Not sure if he ever wore a disguise. Could this be a miscoded Disguised Andros? I'm leaning towards no, but I'll touch on why later in the video. A short while later, a Hasbro Wave Management PDF found its way onto the internet, and it included 2 new Lightning Collection figures, A.S.P.D Mercury and A.S.P.D Neptune. Naturally, S.P.D A-Squad Green and A-Squad Pink, which is not really a surprise now. It's also notable that Monsters Wave 2 and 3 are absent from the PDF. It seems like that assortment may be on hold, if not outright cancelled. It would explain why we still haven't seen Aigai and Parantis Head, who would probably be showing up around now alongside Wave 9. I can only imagine the bad reception to King Sphinx and Pumpkin Wrapper have caused Hasbro to hold off on the later Monsters figures. We'll have to wait and see how Hasbro handles them, and if they ever see release in some form or another. One additional oddity is Amazon Australia listing the Lava Equinox 2-pack discussed before as Lava Evilyzr. At LightningFig PR has confirmed it's the same item, and I won't be doing anything with the new Evilyzr name from here unless more comes of it. And finally, we have Fan First Friday. To start with, we have the 4 A-Squad Rangers fully unveiled. This is, if anybody needed it, absolute surefire confirmation that Venus is the code for yellow. Following this, we got the Wave 2 Versus releases revealed. BLM Earth Silver Photon is In-Space Blue Ranger versus In-Space Psycho Silver. I don't know if that means silver is the code for silver, especially as, possibly just for the sake of space, he's listed as Psycho Silver and not Psycho Silver Ranger. I think Hasbro might be treating Psycho Silver as a whole name. Even the packaging doesn't use silver for Psycho Silver's side, as though he's not being categorised as a Silver Ranger. But who knows? I'm sure when we see a true Silver Ranger, we'll get an idea of where silver falls in all of this. And now we know what the Yellow Ranger in SRE Nuclear Venus is. It's a standard Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger release with a new Aisha head, and she's packed alongside Scorpina. Like the In-Space Versus pack, this is well within expectations, although it's quite a surprise to see an all-female 2-pack from Hasbro. And now we know that Nuclear is Scorpina's codename. Next up, Andros. Yes, simply Andros, meaning no disguised anywhere in the product name. While Disguised Andros, or Disguised Andros, is seemingly the codename, it's not an exact match to the final product. For that reason, I doubt Disguised Zuth Jupiter is this figure, since you would expect that name to translate to Disguised Zeo Red, or Disguised whatever Hasbro wants Zuth to mean this time, Red, as a product name. Of course, maybe Disguised Zuth Jupiter really is a code for Andros, and it's obtuse and incorrect, and one of only a tiny handful of examples of a figure having more than one codename. I'd still expect it to be some form of Zeo Red for now, though I wouldn't be totally surprised if it happened to be Andros. Then, we got a little teaser for an upcoming release. The Turbo Navigator in Blaster Mode. Of all the coded listings we have, at least all of the ones using the code system and not just a vague distortion of the product name, we only have a single figure from an unidentified series. VEL Mercury. Considering Wave 10 isn't too far away, and considering one of the trivia questions, which were all linked to the reveals, was about Tanya, who we know is coming in Wave 10 as Zeo Yellow, but who wasn't revealed in the stream, I'm really thinking it's possible that VEL Mercury is Turbo Green, meaning VEL would be the code for Turbo. That's pretty unexpected, and very exciting for me, as Turbo was when I really started getting into Power Rangers when I was younger. I didn't think we'd see anything for Turbo for a long while yet, so getting to start this team is wild. I've seen people speculating that the Turbo Navigator could be a tease of the Phantom Ranger, and, well, I wouldn't rule that out. It's been a long while since I've seen the Turbo, and I couldn't find any evidence of him using a Turbo Navigator in the show. It looks as though his action figure had one, and that's carried over to Legacy Wars, so I could see a Lightning Collection version including one. For what it's worth, we haven't yet seen any listings that really stand out as being from an unknown series except for VEL Mercury, and that figure is quite clearly green. Now, I know the Phantom Ranger is probably the most popular character from Turbo, and it's entirely possible that we'll see a new listing with an unknown codename in the near future, which turns out to be him, while VEL Mercury really does wind up being Time Force or Dino Charge green. But right now, I'm leaning towards the most clear-cut answer. As ever, we'll see. With all that, here are some updates to the key. I've decided to leave VEL where it is for now, rather than moving it up between Zeo and In Space, since I can't be certain that it really is Turbo yet, even if it seems possible now. As always, this is available in the description for you to share far and wide. Now, I want to hear what you think of the latest reveals and teases, and what we might see down the line. Until next time, thanks for watching.